is officially time for Danny Bonaduce Life Coach. You can call me right now at 1-800-252-1025. We got some phone lines open. Also taking your emails at lifecoach@kzok.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones, Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. All right, let us talk to Kimberly in Tacoma right now. Good morning, Kimberly. How can I help you?
Hi, Danny. Good morning.
Good morning. Everything all right in your world?
Well, everything's fine except for this one issue that's been grating on me.
All right, go ahead.
I'm a junior in high school. She's an honor student. She's an absolutely great kid. She has been in a drama club at her high school for 2 years.
I happen to think they're real fun. I hope the problem isn't there. I think those things are fun.
Yeah, she loves it. She just wants to participate. She's got tons of friends there. My issue is that I believe that the drama coach is a bigot.
Really?
Yes, there are kids that are, the minority kids just get sidelined all the time. There's a black kid there that sings like an angel, and she just casts him in bit parts. And in the musical last year, there was a kid who was not very talented, and frankly, just joined the club as a senior.
Let me guess, he was not very talented, but he was white.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And huge. He was, he was handsome, and I guess he looked the part that she was, casting, but this is high school. And,
all right, here's what I think, Kimberly, because I think you're walking a very, very, very fine line. But if you're right, something needs to be done about it. And here's the good news. I can only imagine you have not mentioned this to the faculty. Have you talked to anybody?
My daughter wants to participate, and I don't want to make things difficult for her. But it's not right.
Then, okay, they have to answer this allegation. They have to answer immediately, strongly, and with no hesitation. I think then here you do the best of both worlds on this. And by the way, I commend you because your daughter wants to play. And your daughter doesn't seem to be making any of these complaints. It's just, it's something that has personally bothered you and your beliefs. I think it's very brave of you, and I think you should complain anonymously. And the second you do, and the second there's a postmark on a letter saying here's the date and essentially time that this complaint came in, that school has got to be all over this complaint. They can't weather that storm at all. Even if you're wrong, even if you were making it up and just being a jerk, they have to react. The call is racism. They absolutely have to react. So you write somebody a letter. You're going to have to word it in your own way because I haven't seen it. But if you say, this is my belief, or you say there is and then you're more assertive about it, there is a racist organization on your campus, they're going to go crazy. And here's what they'll do. They'll either find out that you're right, and I'm pretty sure fire this guy in 2 seconds, and your daughter will still be able to participate because the organization will exist, or they're going to find out that you're wrong, and hopefully that's the case, and they will say, nope, you're overthinking it, person. We're not firing anybody. There's no racism going on in here. But either way, the answer to this is to complain anonymously, and they will take action, and your daughter can therefore continue to act in these plays and have fun. Hey, and thanks for saying something to somebody, Kimberly. People will lay down a lot. Good that you said something. Thank you very much for the call.
800-252-1025. You should be calling that number if you've got a question and you need some help from Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. He can help you. Becky in Seattle, you're up next.
Hi, Becky.
Hi, Danny. Thanks for taking my call.
You sound like you're bumming.
Oh, I am. My 8-year marriage is in trouble. It hasn't been so good for the last 4 years, and it's gotten to the point where we really don't communicate. We'll start a discussion and it'll end up being some kind of power struggle or something. And I feel like we need professional help.
I feel like you need professional help.
Well, he's not interested.
Here's the thing. Let me say to everybody listening, I don't want to say you couldn't be a more manly guy than me, but, I don't do a lot of frivolous things with my time like see counseling. And then I went, and it was awesome. If you're having a problem and you go to marriage counseling, I promise you will benefit from it, even if you don't like the counselor. All right, so what is your specific question for me, Becky?
Well, my specific question is, do you have any hints on how I might be able to persuade someone who discounts everything I say at this point to agree to marriage counseling.
Yeah, I'll go
I
with
still
something I
love
was
it.
talking about on the radio show just the other day. I'll use Sarah, and I'm just making Sarah up. Sarah and I are married, okay? And she wants to go to lunch with her ex-boyfriend, and there's nothing going on. They're just friends. They're not cheating. Nobody's doing anything. Get off my back, Danny. But I look at Sarah and I say, well, it doesn't mean I don't think I actually needed you for this. I look at Sarah and I say, but it hurts your husband. And that's all it should take. If you love me, you should care that it hurts my feelings. And that way, hopefully, you go, well, okay, if it's going to make my husband sad, I won't do it.
But if you love me, you should trust me and let me go.
It's not a trust thing for having a hurt feeling. It's kind of an ego thing. It's territorial, you know. That somebody had a relationship with my wife that I care. The Sarah that I love was at some point in time in love with another guy, and I don't wish to be dragged through that memory. So you should, for my feelings alone, you should not party with that dude.
I won't see Steve.
Thank you, sweetheart. Want to go to dinner? All right, cool. Now here's the thing.
You fixed it that quickly.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, there, Becky, because she called me. How do I get her husband to agree to counseling? One is you do that. You say, you know what? And you don't say, I don't care if you don't want to go. You use nicer words than that. But you don't care if he doesn't want to go. You just want him to go. So you let him know, this will make me so much happier. You don't have to agree with the counselor. You don't have to do what the counselor says. You just have to go with your husband. It will mean the world to me. And I would imagine this husband is going to go. He's going to say, all right, if it means that much to Becky, I'm going to go. And the other thing, and I think it's unfair and you should do it very carefully, is whether you let him know you're doing it on purpose and then get ready to be in a big fight, or he'll just notice this is happening, but turn off the sex valve. You know, there's a problem in a marriage that hey, honey, maybe if you went to counseling with me, we'd understand why we're not having sex, and we could have crazy sex while watching porno, honey. And he'll go, okay, where do I go? How do I sign up for this? So one is let him know it's your feelings, and the relationship would be better, and be real sincere, because that's true, that one. Things would be better, please, just for me, go to counseling. And two, you can shut down some of the romance department until he's going, hey, I'm not getting sex. Let's go to counseling on this. Thank you, Becky. I hope everything works out for you.
800-252-1025. Call that number with your questions for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, or email lifecoach@kzok.com. You can be anonymous. You can be Becky. You can be Steve. You can be anybody you want to be. We have an anonymous email.
Be a ref.
Anonymous in Seattle. I need to know what to do when I work in a hostile work environment with the owners being bullies, cussing, swearing, and threatening your position. I'm the office manager, and the way they treat us is not right. What should I do?
Okay, here's the thing, and I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to be. I don't want to have to face you when you do this. But like I was saying with the racism thing, people can't face that allegation. We have a joke around here. When somebody says these words, "This is a hostile work environment," everything just stopped being funny right then. Like, because I know the power that is involved with that. Let these guys know that you take issue. And I don't know if you have an HR department, you take the bosses right to like any other employee. If you don't have an HR department, let these cats know that the vulgar words that they are using, and by the way, you're right, they're not acceptable in the workplace, that if they're going to use that kind of language, they're going to be taken to task. So let them know that nobody's going to take this lying down, and they'll shape up in 2 seconds.
All right, we've got time for another email on Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. Ben in Auburn writes, I recently broke up with a girlfriend of 2 years. She wants to stay friends. She says she can't imagine not knowing me. It was an amicable breakup. There wasn't any cheating or anything, but something tells me I'm going to have a hard time being friends with her, especially once she starts dating again. Do you think I can do this? Can exes be friends?
No. I don't think you. And by the way, if you can do it, it's still wear and tear on your heart and soul. You don't need. You're exactly right. Here's what's going to happen. I used to love you totally. I used to spoon you and tell you nice things in your ear. And now you're with that guy. That's
that loser.
That loser right there. And he's saying sweet things in your ear. No. He's seeing those cute little panties I bought you. No, you can't be friends with your ex. Move along immediately. Find yourself a new girlfriend immediately. But I'm not. I'm kidding around. But I'm dead serious. I don't think it works. And it's really rare where you can still be friends with your ex. Because, you also have to remember, you're going to have a new girlfriend soon. And she's not going to like. Nobody likes this. Don't be friends with your ex and cut it off right now. Hey, that's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach. I appreciate your phone calls. I appreciate your emails. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.